And we're
Okay.
live.
Good morning, Karen Barnes family. This is Mark Stevens with our host, Joe Shoop. Victor, shout out. Top of the morning to you. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. Looking for some great things coming up this week. Got some great things going on. Joe has been getting some sleep for a change, but he's been still working hard. I can't let him out on the weekends anymore for a while until we finish this project. But he'll tell you about that. So good morning, Joe. Good morning, Victor. And Joe, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Yep, got some things going on here. We got a couple more minutes to the top of the hour. I want if you guys or somebody can check to see people are chiming in, make sure we are getting people in here and everybody's not having troubles. Of course, I had troubles this morning, so.
Susie says good morning.
Good morning, Susie. Oh, yes, I want to address some of these things this morning. I got a bunch of things I need to address. Let me get my notebook here. I'm assuming that people can see us on camera, correct?
Somebody chime in and say that you see us on camera, I guess. Does anybody see us on camera? Nobody's chimed in yet.
Should be on.
I would think they do see us, but nobody. Hold on a minute. Let's see here. Let's see here.
I just don't know how it works. Whether when I talk and you're on, and you talk and you're on. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But either way, it doesn't matter. All right. So, Mark, we're. It looks like to me we have 2 minutes to the top of the hour. I don't know if you want to say anything here, and we're going to be talking about this manual. In fact, I think I may have brought up the manual, and I'm not screen sharing right now, so that I need to do. I'm going to wait for Victor to come back to make
I'm
sure
getting some yeses now, so that means that they can see us.
Okay, good. I think it's a delay. That's what we're.
Yeah. It says camera fine. Okay, good. Good. Well, yes, Joe, I know you're going to talk about this manual, but I'll say something right now, and I'll say it again once we, start at 11 as well. This manual is for our team, and it's for the only way you're going to get it is in Tools Rock, and you can't give it out to anybody else. That's the only way you're going to be able to get it. It is copyrighted, and it's So if you don't have Tools Rock, then you need to make arrangements to get Tools Rock, because that's the way you're going to get it. You're going to have that manual Joe's going to explain to you. He's going to teach you a lot of things, and it's going to go right along with the presentation, and it's all going to be in the back office of Tools Rock with some other things that we'll bring in down the line. So if you don't have Tools Rock, get together with myself or Joe, and and get you squared away with Tools Rock, so you'll have it when it comes. I think, Joe, you'll probably be finished in a few days, and maybe next week sometime, or
I'll be done in the next couple of days. That's for sure.
Next couple of days, okay.
For sure, it will be done in the next couple of days. I have 85% right now. 85% of this is written, and it just needs some, manicuring, and that's it. That's what it needs. So, a couple of sections I have to complete. I'm looking for the document right now. I was going to show at least a portion of it.
Okay.
You know what? Because I did a complete clean out, I'm going to have to go search for this. Let me put a blank one up here and then go see if I can find this thing. You know what? I'll do it a different way.
Okay, while you do that, as Joe's been talking about, everything pretty much that you buy, vacuum cleaner, car, doesn't matter what it is, it comes with a manual, it comes with instructions. Money, in a sense, doesn't come with instructions. So when you think about our presentation, when you think about this manual for how you get that newbie, or it doesn't have to even be a newbie, just somebody coming from somewhere else that's been in the industry, it will give them the directions as to how we work and how you do this business. So I'm very excited about it. And Joe's been locked up for the last few days, and I didn't let him out this weekend, so like I said, he's only got a couple more days and that manual will be finished. And so get ready for it. It's got a lot of great information in it. your people, new people locations that you bring in, new affiliates, they will know what to do from not day one, from minute one, because all they have to do is look at the manual, providing they have Tools Rock. So you need to get Tools Rock, and you need to encourage your people to get Tools Rock, because you have, again, and what is that also? That's a system where recruiting never stops. All those things we've talked about in the past, they all have come into fruition now. And what you have to do is go WORK, go to work, make it work, use the tools, use the communication class. And as I said, I promise you, if you use these things, 2015, which we're already in, will be a great year for your Karatbars business. That's what's happened. So Joe will have that up here in a second and everything. Again, Joe, if you need to be in a communication class, you need to send an email to jpshoop@earthlink.net, and 4 things. You need to have your name. You need to have your email address. You need to have your telephone number in case he has to call you, and you have to tell him what you're asking for. You have to do those 4 things. If you do that, and you also will be putting out communications lists as well. So you need to do those things. If you haven't done that, you need to do that right after you get off of this broadcast. You need to do that so that he can get that information. He can be in touch with you and everything about the class and about other things that you may want. So how are we looking, Joe?
Good. I got a couple of things I can share. I want to go over a couple of things, though. First of all, I'm not screen sharing at the moment, and I will in a second here. So, number one, we've talked about the platform. We're pretty much acclimated to this system right now. As you can see, we shouldn't be having any problems. Let me talk about this handbook. I guess, Victor, I can screen share right now, correct? Let's do that.
Should be able to.
Okay, I'm going to click on screen share. Now, each time I do this, I got to do it twice. There it goes. Now we're there. Looks like it's blank. I don't know why. All right, can you see the screen, Victor?
It's blank. Black. There you go.
Okay, so it's up there.
Ad tech, yes.
This is the front page. This is the front cover to this handbook. Now, I'm going to scan through this very quickly to show you what it looks like because it's an official handbook. I'm not done creating it yet. It will be done within a couple of days. We'll have it ready, and it won't be in the back office with Tools Rock until we get it there, and it shouldn't take long to do that, probably a day. This handbook does. Now look, let me just explain to you why you need to belong to Tools Rock. This stuff takes time, energy, and I'm not just handing this out to the world and to every other group in Karatbars. I'm not doing it. First of all, they won't understand it. They don't come here. If they don't go there, I'm not, and then they'll go change it. It'll be a PDF, so you won't be able to change it. So here's the rules. You go to Tools Rock, and just like the checklist, that's where you get it from, and you'll be able to download this as a PDF. And then you bring a new person in. What do they have to do? Well, they need to go to Tools Rock to get this. You shouldn't be taking that PDF and forwarding it to them. Why? Because it's not right. This is a tool. It takes time and energy to do this stuff. And normally groups keep it to their own group. They normally don't let this stuff outside of their group. Obviously, we do. But in order to get this, and the reason for that is we want you to be successful. We want you to have Tools Rock, and you'll see that in the manual. So I'll go over some of the categories here with you to show you this, but if you don't belong to Tools Rock, you need to. It's a $20 a month commitment, and that gives you funnels. It'll give you the presentation. It'll give you the friends and family website. It'll give you the 12-week financial freedom plan from New Zealand. It's going to give you a couple of other videos back there that you're going to be able to use. It gives you a contact manager. You need to spend time and money building your business, and we are going to talk about that in a minute. But let me just show you the manual. So there's the front cover. So obviously, if you printed this out, that's what it would do. That would be the first page. The next page is the table of contents that looks like this. It goes on for 2 pages because I can't get it all on 1 page. There's an introduction. There's a business setup, a marketing, communication. Then there's a daily and regular activity and an executive summary section. So there's 6 sections to this, and this is section 1. It gives you the welcome. It tells you what the handbook is about, the company history, the mission statement, the affiliation with Carrot Bars, and the copyright. Now, we're not going to get into any more sections. That's what it looks like. That's what those things look like, and that's the look of the manual. It's like a not like one. It's a professional manual that I created based on manuals I've created in the past. There's our new logo for AdTech Worldwide, and so Mark, you can comment on that a little bit, and we'll go from there. And then I want to discuss a couple of these things. But look, you got to understand. This stuff takes energy, time. I've been probably 17 hours this weekend just on this alone. And I have another 10 hours to create more dialogue and setting up your business and so on. All that dialogue has to be created. So it's not that we're charging you for that, but we want you to succeed. And the way you're going to succeed, I'm going to go over the steps in here in the manual, number 1. But number 2, you should know the steps by now. You register with Carrot Bars. You get all that in order. That takes you 24 to 36 hours. You then go get your marketing tool. You figure out a way, and what is your game plan? You need a tool to tell the world that you're in business, period. You need a tool. We live in the world of tools now. You don't just pick up the phone and talk. You got to send people something. And sending them to corporate websites and this video over there and over, you don't have any control of that. Again, I'm going to talk about control in a second here. That's why you need to have Tools Rock. You don't get paid for Tools Rock. You come in at $20 a month, and you bring your friend, whatever, your affiliates, and so you don't get paid for that. There is no affiliate program in that particular company as a $20 a month person. So it's not about the money. It's about having a plan and a system to follow. So that's number 1. So Mark, if you want to comment on this book, this is going to be so cool and so professional. I'm very excited about our new logo and what this looks like and what direction this is going into. So please, people, understand why you need this. And you're going to love this manual when it's done. Believe me. You're going to be able to hand this to your new person, tell them, look, go to Tools Rock, go download your manual. You get your manual, you get your marketing plan, you get your systems all in place. Go get that manual, and we'll discuss that. And at the end of the manual, there is a letter. Here, let me read this to you right now. Let me tell you what it says. Welcome to Tools Rock. It says, upon completion, you'll be instructed to sign the acknowledgement of receipt page and return it to the director to keep on file for future reference. So at the end of this, welcome them, and when they go through this manual, there is a page in there that they will be required. Well, you can require them all you want. I am going to require them to sign it to say, yes, I got the manual and I understand it. It's not a commitment. It's not. It's not a contract. It's just, yes, I got the manual. I have read through this and I understand. And then you go, and then you can look at it and go over it. Okay, so that's that. So Mark, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Yeah. The other thing too, Joe, is like I said, Tools Rock. You need to get Tools Rock now. We don't charge anybody for anything, but we have to pay to get certain things in there. When we create capture pages and funnels and things like that, we have to pay to get that stuff back there. But we haven't, we don't charge anybody. So this is just a tool to help you run your business. And, without it, you have to, again, it's like if you don't have a system and you don't have the tools, to do your work, you're not going to be able to do your work properly. And this manual will teach you as well as your group of people what they need to do to have the successful business working from home. From not just week 1, but from day 1, from second 1. When they come in, you give them the assignment, you tell them to go back there and get it, and they go right from there, and you work through that with them. Help them Some people you're not going to necessarily have to give help because they're studious enough that they're going to go in there and they're going to get it and they're going to go do what they need to do. But some people are going to need help, and that's what you as a director and as their sponsor are going to have to do. But it keeps you also from having to be a babysitter as well. And if you think about it, we have put all the tools in just about every area, at least every area I can think of, that if a person has what they need to have a successful business from home. And that manual is very important to that. Okay, Joe.
I'm glad you brought up that price. Do you realize, people, the putting the presentation in Tools Rock and putting this manual back there cost Mark and I $600. $600. That's what it's going to cost to get the presentation in there. We're not asking anybody to pay for it. We pay for that. $600, like that we paid for all the other ones. But again, you just got to join Tools Rock to get it. That's all. Costs you $20 a month to get it. So you basically have 3 years of what it cost us to go $600 to go put this stuff up there. I guess 3 years. What is it? 240, 246. Yeah, 3 years. All right. So that's. I wanted you to understand that. So, you know, just appreciate what's being done here for people outside of my group or our group. That's what you got to understand. We're making it available, so take advantage of it. All right. Let me touch on now, and I'll do it later. Communication class is going to be Wednesday and Thursday night. I have the list of people who have said, Joe, put me in there, and I'm going to be contacting you today with the instructions. If you are not, and I'm going to send out an email to a lot of people. You're going to get an email. Everybody's going to get the email saying, get back to me. Okay? Because I have people in there who do not come to the Breakfast Club who are on the list of the communication. I have to contact them. So I'm just going to send it out there, let them know it's going to be Wednesday and Thursday, and here's how you get into class. Okay? That's that. We'll touch on that at the end. But the basic way to do it, send me an email, and in the body of the email, on the first line, your name, second line, your phone, third line, your email, fourth, what are you requesting? And if it's Joe, add me to the list of the Breakfast Club, or Joe, add me to the communication class, whatever it is, tell me the reason you're sending me that message. Okay. The next thing is that the Max Bandano is a young kid who works here. I guess he's on the call here. He works in Carrot Bars. They're about to have, his mom is about to have her account here at Carrot Bars. But Max comes in at the Breakfast Club all the time, and he runs a class to teach people how to do their computer. Today, if you go to Wally's chat room, the Skype chat room, and other chat rooms around the internet, you're going to see a letter that Shelley Bauer sent out to me telling me her experience with Max over the weekend. Max taking her through an educational session for 1 hour, and I tell you what, it's probably the best letter I've ever seen on recommending and what she learned and how professional it all was. So we're going to put that up for Max. So that if any of you need to have any sessions with him, it's extremely inexpensive. It's a one-time fee unless you want more sessions. And I encourage you, for those of you that don't understand your computer and how to keep your computer up to date, how to back up your computer, which is extremely important, you know, you need to get a session with Max and help him and his family out. And that's why we do that, because of the struggles of the family. So that being said, just get to Skype room. You'll see Max in the, what's the name of Wally's Skype room? Mark?
It's the Gold Vault.
The Gold Vault. Go there, and Max, you can contact Max through there, through his email address and his phone number. If you would put up your email address in the chat room, Mark will announce it in a few minutes. All right, now let me tell you something. Let me explain this to you, and I want to talk about this. This is very, very important stuff because it's about business. That's what we're talking about here. And as soon as I find my notebook, I'll be able to do this. So Mark, go ahead and give that number out or his address, and let me go get my book. I know it's here because I was using it with Victor. Oh, it's right in front of me. Sorry. All right, look. Part of this manual is about advertising and promotion on a regular basis. You know, is it seasonal? Is it regular? So when I say advertising and promotion, let me just sum that up in one word. Marketing is what you do to get your information in front of people. Everybody should know that. It's not sales. It's not getting on the phone and trying to get somebody to get upgrade and buy a package. That is a sales process. Marketing is strategy and implementation. It is planning. That's what it is. And it's one of the most important and overlooked. It's one of the most vital things or parts of your business to ensure that you're in control of the direction in which your business moves. Let me say this again. Planning is one of the most overlooked and most vital parts of your business plan to ensure that you are in control of the direction in which your business moves. This industry is no different than opening a shoe store. The problem is most people don't know that. Lack of knowledge, the lack of the implementation of that knowledge, the execution of that is the problem. You have to know you need a plan here. That's why the manual is being created, to help you with your plan. But you have to be in control of the direction in which your business moves. So you should write this part down. What planning methods will you utilize? What planning methods? That's why we talk about Tools Rock. It's a planning method. You prioritize the steps that you have to take to open your doors for business. You describe your objectives and how you intend to reach them and in what time frame. Let me say it again. Prioritize the steps you must take to open your doors for business. Describe your objectives and how you intend to reach them in what time frame. Now let me say this. There is the way that it ought to be, and then there's the way it is. There's the way it ought to be, and then there's the way that it is. So what does that mean for you? The way it ought to be is the way we're talking about here over these past several months, over the last year. That's the way it ought to be. But for you, what's the way that it really is for you? You have to evaluate that now. We're getting ready for the new year. The way it ought to be and the way that it really is. You should write those two things down. What is the way it ought? What way should your business be? Write a whole story on that, a couple of paragraphs on what it is your business, how your business ought to be, and then write down the way it is. And that includes from the second you get up, from the minute you get up, and what it is that you're doing. Look, you must be part of a system whereby recruiting never stops. System. So let me explain a system. In a system, when a man or a woman doesn't follow that system or do what the system dictates, the machine breaks down. And when the machine breaks down, we break down. And let me add to that. I am not going to allow that to happen in our system. This system is not going to break down. We have an entire system in place, from the registration at Carrot Bars to the implementation of Tools Rock to the checklist down to the manual. And the manual will show you on a regular basis, a consistent basis, the activity that you need to make this happen for you. Writing down your plan is imperative. You prioritize the steps you have to take to get this business off the ground. And you describe the objectives and how you intend to reach them and in what time frame. That's part of your business plan. That's what has to happen. And you have to be part of that system. And in a system, when a man and a woman doesn't follow that system, now think about you were in a system and your people behind you aren't following. And you know your system's working. Or you're not doing, or they're not doing what the system dictates. That machine is going to break down. And when it does, you're going to break down. Your plan will break down. We are a part of a system, an entire group of people who make it work. We're the parts to the machine. We're not going to allow this machine to break down. We have worked so hard to put this together for the entire company. If you want to be, just got to get the tools rock to get it. So in this handbook, you're going to find the system in place, the system whereby recruiting will never stop. And you just have to keep working at it and working at it. And if you call 100 people or connect with 100 people and get nobody, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because you're going to find through 2 or 3 in the next 100 or 200. You just have to know that that's the system. The system is communicating with somebody, send marketing to them, which means communicating a message. What you want them to look at. When people look, you connect. When you connect, you communicate properly. You follow the system, which is find out where they are, answer a couple of general questions, and get them over to a director, a qualified director who doesn't spend 40, 50 minutes explaining the whole program and chasing them away. A director who says, I think we have a match. Based on what you've said to me, you might be what we're looking for. So I'm going to put you in the system, and we're going to see if we're a match. We'll lock arms and hold hands for a little while, and if we are a match, we'll keep going. If we're not, we're going to shake hands and say goodbye. You know what? You can keep purchasing your product and do whatever you do, but truthfully, I have to move on to somebody who really wants to have a successful business from home, and that's where I'm going to spend my time. Why should I spend my time with you as opposed to the next guy? You give me that reason when we start. And if you follow what this handbook tells you to do, we're all going to be successful. Here, something I heard over the weekend, Mark, very, very interesting from a movie. I can't remember the name of the movie. It was Tim Robbins and something. It says, there's more to a bottle cap than keeping liquid from coming out of the glass.
Interesting.
The thing is, pay attention, he said. Pay close attention to everything you see. Notice what no one else notices, and you'll know what no one else knows. What you get is what you get. What you do with what you get is more important. Let me say this again. This is really, really interesting. There's more to a bottle cap than keeping liquid from coming out of the glass. The thing is, pay attention. Pay close attention, he said, to everything you see. Notice what no one else notices, and you'll get to know what no one else knows. What you get is what you get. What you do with what you get is more important. That's what we've done here for a year. We've looked at things no one else has looked at. That presentation tells it all. No one's looked at that before to say, who are we really talking to in this industry? Are we just trying to tell people to buy gold so that we can have an income? Or are we making a difference in people's lives by showing them why it's important to start on a program to protect your financial future? And that's what our presentation does. Down to the communication classes, to the manual that tells you how to put your business together, how to operate it and maintain it. I thought that was, I mean, I had to stop the movie and go back. And when I heard that, I went, oh my God, this is what Mark says all the time. What you do with what you get is more important. But I thought it was so interesting. There's more to a bottle cap than keeping the liquid. See, notice what nobody else notices. And then you're going to know what no one else knows. And that's what we've done all year. No one knows. There's not a lot of people that know or that knew at the time how to find those people where you want to make a difference in their life. Because most of you have been looking at a gram of gold. If you buy a gram and go to 12 weeks and buy it every week, look how much money you'll make. That's not the issue here. If it was, guess what? You'd have 1,000 people, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 people all following the 12-week plan, everybody buying gold everywhere, everybody be getting this kind of money. It would be insane. But unfortunately, people don't see it that way. What they want to know is, what can this do for me? And when you see this presentation, I have leaders right now, Mark, who came and watched this presentation that in a million years I would have dreamed they would have never made the comments they made, which was, oh my gosh, is that powerful? We never looked at it like that before. Yeah, I know. Fortunately, we come from that kind of a background that says we need to help people. So anyway, Mark, you know what? I'll say it again. I'll tell everybody again. Pay attention to the things people have not seen before is basically what it says. Pay attention, close attention to everything you see. Notice what no one else knows or sees, and then you'll know what no one else knows. And what you get is what you get. What you do with what you get. Now that's the important part. And what you do with what we're giving you here, an opportunity to get this manual. You have never been in a network marketing company where you have seen a manual like this, I promise you. You have never been there before. I mean, if you have, I congratulate you and for those who created it. But these are the things that need to be created in business. A plan, a consistent plan to keep your business running. So with that, over to you, my friend.
Well, let me say this, what this manual does. Joe, we say, tell me I'll hear, show me I'll see, get me involved, I'll understand. Well, we've been telling you, with this manual we're going to show you, and it's going to get you involved, and you're going to understand your business. There it is right there. So, again, they say knowledge is power, but I say it's the use of knowledge that's power, because there are a lot of educated derelicts out there, and if you don't use what you have, you don't be a part of a system, you don't use the tools, you have to have tools to do the work. And here's another tool that we've come up with. So it's the roadmap. It's the roadmap. Be careful in the direction that you're headed. You might end up there. Like I say, you might not can get back. So think about that. But let me do this right quick before we close out. Let me give you Max Bondano's information. His email address is MB Murray Bob Pixelguy PIXELGUY @gmail.com. MB Pixelguy @gmail.com. And his phone number is area code 609-832-8349. Here it is again. Phone number 609-832-8349. Use that, young man. Very knowledgeable. Can keep you out of trouble.
Mark, I wanted to tell you, Victor, if your microphone is open, would you tell everybody how to get to this recording today?
This recording, if they registered for the Breakfast Club, then they're automatically going to receive an email with the link for the replay. If they didn't register for the Breakfast Club and somehow ended up here, maybe they see it on Google or something, they can go to your YouTube account, Joe Shoop's YouTube account, and they can find the videos and play today's recording. They're very, very simple.
Okay, thank you. And one thing, here's what I want to do before we go. Help me out here, Victor. I want to stop the screen sharing, okay? And I
Yes,
want to
sir.
know from everybody on the call what happened to their end. Do we see a black screen? What went on when we did this? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go back to my page, and I'm going to click on Stop Screen Sharing. And I don't know exactly how to do that because I don't see that at the top of my page now.
Well, I see you.
Right. Okay, you do see me now.
Yeah.
I see you, but we got a 30-second delay, so let's wait.
Where do I click on Stop Screen Sharing, or is it stopped already? Apparently it stopped, right? You don't see that document anymore, right?
Right.
Well, let's find out what everybody sees right now.
Mark, what do you see?
I see Joe.
I see you.
Yeah, but you guys are on an admin file, so let's admin side. What about your other computer?
Well, the other computer shows you.
Okay, so everybody else should see that now. So apparently I stopped screen sharing by clicking off that document.
Very nice.
I guess that must have happened, because if that's what people are seeing me, then there's no other document on my screen.
Right.
You got it.
To tell you what, I'm going to bring that document back up. I want to tell me if it comes back up, okay?
Sure. Bear with us, folks. We are working out the final details on this presentation.
Hey, Roger. I like your what you just put up. He put up ICU, and you know what came to my mind? Intensive care unit.
All right, do we see that AdTech Word document now?
No.
Okay.
Do you have to screen share?
No, I didn't. I thought maybe it was still there. I did not screen share it. So what do you see on there now? Me?
Yes.
Shelley says it's you, John, and stop screen sharing.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's good. That's exactly what I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to check. Perfect. Perfecto. 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 All right. Well, that being said, I hope everybody has a great day. I'll turn it over to you, Mark. Thanks, Victor. Appreciate this. We're getting smoother and smoother with this program. I'm really excited about this.
Yes, there's a lot of exciting things to come, Breakfast Club family. Invite somebody new to the Breakfast Club. Because again, if they're going to be in your organization, you want them to have access to everything that you have access to so that you can grow together, and that's what creates duplication. So, with that being said, peace and blessings to you. Make it a great day. Go out, change a life, change a career, change a family, change a city, state, country, and most of all, help us change this world. And let us be the change in us that we want to see in the world. And that is, we want to see them debt-free. We want to see them stress-free. We want to see them time-free, that they can spend time with their family and their friends the way that they really desire to do. So with that being said, this is Mark Stevens for our host, Joe Shoop, and our administrator, Victor Shattuck, saying peace and blessings to you. Make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning on the Breakfast Club.
Joe signed right out, Mark? Gone. He must have signed right out. I can't hear you. All right, he's gone. We're done. Oh, hello. Yeah, it says it's still live. Yeah, because I went back in there. Look over to your look in your tool. No, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you look for your which browser did you come in on? Yeah, but you see, it's still live because they're still chatting. Yeah, but I'm thinking that it's still live on your computer. You just have to find where it is. It's there. No, I don't think so.